gotta get those nuts. These nuts are ours!
Flaming cord of nuts! Phew!
He's destroyed our only food for winter!
Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Ben Mankiewicz, Alonso, Duralde, Christy, Lemire. The Nut Job.
The Nut Job.
Animated with Katherine Heigl, who I thought perhaps had quit the business.
She's an animated squirrel and the voice of reason. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's set in the 50s, apparently, judging by the cars, and it's a bunch of squirrels and animals that live together in a park, and they realize that they have not enough food for the winter. So can they steal the nuts from the nut store across the street? Will that involve making the renegade surly squirrel into somebody who will help the collective? Or is the collective actually being manipulated? This is a crazy ass movie. Take a look.
When your whole world comes crashing down, look up.
The lost city of Nutlantis! We're gonna get in and feed the park for winter.
Are you nuts? The humans have the whole place rigged.
Yes, Will Arnett is just a squirrel trying to get a nut. And everyone is so screechy in this. Even for a kid's movie, it's up here and it's wacky and everyone is totally off-putting and obnoxious and unlikable.
This movie is schizophrenic. I mean, it's a period piece, but they throw in dubstep and Gangnam Style.
In case you were not getting enough of Gangnam Style.
Yeah, you know, okay, yes, we get it. Korean producers on the movie, but really never put the hot song of the moment in the animated film that's going to come out like a year or two later, because by that point we will all be sick of it. Okay, so on the one hand, yes, you have the renegade squirrel who has to sort of learn to, help the group. You think that's what the movie's going to be. But then later you find out that maybe the group is being manipulated and the food is a factor in that, and it's Animal Farm all of a sudden.
You didn't mention the gangsters across the street who are trying to rob the bank.
Right. Oh, yes. Which are completely extraneous to the movie. I mean, like you could take the gangsters and their bank job out, and you would still have a story. But then there's this whole complicated thing of they're going to take the money out of the bank, but they're going to replace it with the nuts, and it's like, what?
But if you don't have the gangsters making the tunnel across the street, then you don't have their guard dog, the cute little pug, voiced by Maya Rudolph, who is the best part of the entire movie.
Well,
You know me, I'm a sucker for talking pugs.
No, talking pugs make almost any movie better. August Osage County would have benefited from a talking pug, I think. I don't see this movie as the one that kids would like. I mean, just because it's so, the plot is so complicated and confusing and there's just so much stuff going on, and it's not smart or interesting stuff.
You know what's funny is Nick Lemire can read. And he can read movie posters. Nice. And so we're in the car, I was like, look, Mommy, the Nut Job. But he didn't want to see this. I'm like, I'll take you with me to see it. He's like, I don't want to see the Nut Job. And I'm so glad he didn't want to go with me because he would have hated this. I'm thinking while I'm watching it, with kids in mind, what's in it that's potentially good or bad. There are fart jokes and burp jokes, a shitload of fart jokes.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Kids love those.
I mean, the squirrels are furry and the action is very antic and high energy, and there's like a colorfulness about it. The trees and the scenery is very colorful.
The backgrounds are beautifully rendered. I will give it that.
So maybe for little kids it's okay in that regard, just from a purely like visceral perspective. I think kids will be bored. There's also squirrels in peril. Spoiler. I mean, does that matter? I don't know.
Here's another schizophrenic thing. Early on, we discover that the squirrels don't understand what flame plus propane will do, but they do later know what a lit stick of dynamite is.
That's a good point.
Also, there's a rat in this movie that looks exactly like the rat in Ratatouille.
Like Remy, yeah.
I was shocked.
There's a giant mole who has a Boston accent, I think, just so he can say the word pack over and over again. We have to get the nuts back to the pack. We're all going to die in the pack.
and then there's this
that is funny.
And then the dam bursts. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in this movie.
It's wacky. It's witless. It's not funny. It's just screechy.
It's shrill.
It's really screechy, and it feels a lot longer than it is. It's only like 86 minutes long.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But again, it's January. It's your throwaway January kids movie. There isn't anything else out there right now aside from Frozen.
Yeah. See Frozen again. Really. Really?
again. All right, so what's our number? We didn't do numbers on this.
Oh God, for the nut job,
Like a 2? Like a 3?
I give it a 3.5.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because I like Maya Rudolph as the talking pug. She's kind of funny. She's a couple funny lines.
There were, and there's some craft here. I mean, it doesn't look crappy. The 3D is pointless, except for one scene.
With the popcorn?
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, so you don't shell out extra for that. But yeah, I mean, it's just a mess.
And I've had Gangnam Style in my head like for the last 24 hours, so I'm so pissed about that. All right, bye.